Mic check. Can Gene hear me?
Yes,
How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Okay, let's get on to it. Why did you pick this to trade?
So, um, for me, that day AU was everything. That's also the reason why I took NZD USD. And when they first went down and how they ended with that pin, first of all, it was not the color of my direction, and second of all, uh, when they paint like they did here on that first leg, um, I want no, so the TDI was not right to enter there, first of all. And second of all, yeah, it was not the color of my direction. And so I actually thought about what Steve once said when he was with the candy shop. Don't wait until
Hit
they
the
hit the stop.
stops. Mm.
So I thought, yeah, well, they probably will go up and then hit the stops of those who bought there. And another factor was because always before right before I take my entry, I look at EMAs too. And yeah, it was exactly on the 200. So I was like, yeah, everyone is buying that. And then I waited and I took it and it was a perfect entry. Then they went back down again. We had, they went like, I don't know, about 30 pips. So it's well in the range of a stop hunt. And they ended with a perfect candle for me. So that's why I took it. And NZD USD was the same thing.
Yes.
And yeah. And I actually took both because I wanted to take um, only one position on every pair. But why I took both is because I think both looked so nice and they just painted pretty much exactly the same. And that's why I took both.
Okay. Let's go back a second. You said you looked at EU to take a trade.
No, AU was the Um, I only looked at AU and NU. I did not liked EU that much. That's why I didn't even look at EU that day.
Okay.
Only in the morning, but I don't know.
Didn't you see that AU and NU and EU, they had the same price action even on the 28th of September? Didn't you see that?
Yes. I saw that, but the thing is, I don't even really know why. But in the morning when I looked at those three, I didn't really like EU. I think it's because of the fact that EU lately is just running so much pips every day, and that I think made me scared. Same with GU. GU is running 500 pips sometimes, like it's
I
like crazy.
understand. Yep.
And EU does the same thing. That's why yeah, I saw that they moved the same, but I didn't even wanted to look at that when I had AU and NU moving nicely and with smaller pips. Then I wanted to take those.
Okay, let me give you another something that I think is going to help you tremendously. Every time when you are looking at a perfect trade, look at what the majors are doing first. Like, yes, NU, AU, but you also EU plays a factor into the trade. Remember the trade that you took that I told you to not look at AU, but GU was the perfect one that I took that went 100 pips. Do you remember
Mm-hmm.
what day was that? I think it was Friday, but I forgot the date. Um, you took AU, and I also took AU, but I got into big size on GU, but not AU. So what I'm trying to make you understand here is every time when there's a beautiful trade, you will see that also EU plays a major factor in AU working out. Like even if you can play it into what happened yesterday, this is NU and this is AU. Yes, AU and NU in terms of price action, they look identical in terms of only price action, not price hug, price action. They look the same in price, but look at EU over here. How is it that EU can look like AU exactly with NU? How can they look like they went up gap time, they went down stop hunt, EU made a stop hunt high, gap time, then down stop hunt, same thing, and then they went up London Open, and then they dropped during the London session. It is the same thing they did on NU and AU. So I think, sir, I'm giving you the weapons now. This is where you can say, you know what, if I can just wait for the setups to occur, like if I can look at EU matching with AU matching with NU, let me see and track what those do when they paint, because this is perfect painting. There's no way NZD, bro, you need to picture like, don't think about your entries when you trade. Think about this, because this is what I do to make sense in my own brain. It's like, this is New Zealand dollar. How is it that New Zealand dollar and Australian dollar, they look like euro dollar? How are these countries the same this day? Sir, this is a huge clue as to say you understand that the market makers are at play. Like every time when we're talking about, oh, the market makers are present, how do we actually identify that? We identify that when you have all countries merging together doing the same thing. That's where you know that the Australian guys, they're talking to the New Zealand guys, and the New Zealand guys, they're talking to the London guys, and the London guys are talking to the Euro guys, and on and on and on and on. This is where you start to understand, by the price action being identical, it's where you can actually telegraph that the market makers, they are there to make the markets their day for us. That gives us a huge step, and it gives us greater information than the rest of the world.